Alrighty, the bell has rung and it is time for class. In this lecture, we're going to go over converting moles to grams. So, the first thing you're going to need is your periodic table to find the atomic mass. Then, you will multiply the number of moles by the atomic mass. Let's work through an example. So, in this example, we have 5 moles of Zn. Zn is going to be zinc. And if we go to our periodic table and we find zinc, we see that zinc has an atomic mass of 65.38. That means 65.38 grams of zinc equals 1 mole. So now all we have to do is write an equation that represents that. So I'm going to say that 65.38 grams of zinc is going to be equal to 1 mole. Now when we multiply across, our units are going to cancel. And so all we have to do now is multiply the 5 times 65.38. This ends up being 326.9 grams. Let's work through another example. Alrighty, in this example we have 20 moles of Au. Au is going to be gold. So when we go to our periodic table, we find gold. We see that gold has an atomic mass of 196.967. That means that 196.967 grams of gold equals 1 mole. So all we have to do is write an equation that represents that. So I'm going to say 196.967 grams of gold is going to equal 1 mole. Now when we multiply across, our units will cancel. And so now we just multiply 20 times 196.967. And that ends up being 3,939.3 grams. Let's do another one. Alrighty, in this example we have 100 moles of Ti. Ti is going to be titanium. If we go to our periodic table, we find titanium. You can see that it has an atomic mass of 47.867. That means 47.867 grams of titanium equals 1 mole. So now all you have to do is write an equation that represents that. So I'm going to say that 47.867 grams of titanium is going to be equivalent to 1 mole. That's the ratio. So when we multiply across, our units are going to cancel and we'll be left with our answer in grams. So now all you have to do is multiply 100 times 47.867. The answer ends up being 4,786.7. Let's do another example. Alrighty, it's time for a pop quiz. So we have 72 moles of Ag. Ag is going to be silver. So you're going to need your periodic table, find your atomic mass, and then tell me what you come up with. I'll give you a few more seconds. Alrighty, how about a couple of choices? So we have choice A, which is going to be 7,766.5 grams, or we have choice B, which is going to be 3,384 grams. Which one is it going to be? And if you chose choice A, you are correct. Let's go over it. Alrighty, so let's talk about it. So we have 72 moles of silver, and we want to convert it to grams. We know the atomic mass of silver is going to be 107.868. That means that 107.868 grams of silver is going to equal 1 mole. So we just write an equation that represents that. We're going to say that 107.868 grams is going to equal 1 mole. When you multiply across, your units of moles will cancel, and your answer will be left in grams. So now all you have to do is multiply 72 times 107.868. Your answer ends up being 7,766.5.